So I set the emergency brake. I turned the keys off. The keys are in there just for initial stabilization.
Yep.
I got some chocks, and if you want me to pull the chocks, I can.
Yeah, because we're going to move it off the road. And
Okay.
You had that on the whole time, didn't you?
Rolling sixes. Good job, bro.
25 years on the job here, and I imagine it's anywhere you go. But you spend enough time doing the work and respond to things throughout the city or your jurisdiction, there's going to be ghosts left there, right? And the city's haunted by ghosts for me, right? Of the experiences I've gained there. And driving through the intersection, hey, I remember being on a crash here, or just up the road, this happened there. That house, so yep, well, I respond as a patrol officer to DV or a suicide or a really bad rescue. My first CPR call, right, where I'm in the kitchen watching the person that we're working on pass away, and I look up and see a family picture, right, and pass by the house, you're like, okay, I've been there for that one. So that's kind of the interesting thing with what we do. We're here, and we're not leaving the space. We're always here responding to the calls that are going to be needed for us to respond to, right? And we carry that experience with us. And for us as first responders, we handle it different ways. Gallows humor, right, is kind of like the big one, right? We laugh it off, and we talk about that. And sometimes it's not very sacred what we may say amongst each other when we deal with someone's death, but for us it helps us work through and process that. Some other deeper ones may take a little bit more to talk out. Now as a supervisor, I make a greater effort to reach out to people. We had a call as a patrol officer where is a murder-suicide, and where an infant was actually murdered with it. And then going back to the guys weeks, months later, hey, you guys good with that? Right? And maybe it's more so for me to make sure I was okay with it, but also make sure that they're set and that they're doing okay. And gratefully now, we are encouraged to seek help if we wanted it. There's a lot of different resources that are out there available. And it's not shunned upon like it was when I started back in the 90s of, what? Right? You're going to go see somebody, you're not man enough to handle this, or you're cracked up. And I think we understand the mind more now than we did then, and what toll it gives us as we respond to this, and the constant wear that hits. I think our troops serving overseas has brought more of that to light, because while they leave the area where they perform the combat, it carries with them, but it's over there. And here it's like nothing, obviously war and what we do is completely different, but there's trauma that goes with what we deal with, and you see, the dead babies, or you see people who are badly hurt, or dealing with the domestics, right, of people angry with each other, and you go back and you're like, why don't you try to fix this? And we're trying to help you, and then not wanting to be helped. That wears on you over time. I had a daughter who was struggling understanding how fortunate she is, and so I took her on a ride one night and said, hey, we're going to go take a ride and we're going to talk about stuff. And I took her some places around town where I witnessed things that had been caused by the choice of other people, and were most part tragic. And it helped open her eyes to how fortunate she was to have the life that she did and the things that she did. The downside was my other daughter's like, hey Dad, when could I get that trip, right? And it wasn't like a crime drama that we're doing, but it's more of, hey, this is out there, and some people experience bad things. Be thankful for the good times, be thankful for what you have, and then if it's in you to do and help others, then go do it. And this is the way that you can do it.
Waking up in this bad dream.
1 second.
Part of me fades out of you.
Bad spot to right in the door.
Yeah, it's alright.
On the bridge is burning. Oh.
I'm inside now.
All the money, all the things you can't take. Can't take.
That dormer is, I think I took care of it all of it. Okay, I think it's cold.
Oblivious to where we
Now we're talking about the Kings, okay. No, Tim's great, dude. Tim is, I don't know how Tim can deal with us, because we all have our moments. You know, we've all been, Tim is a patient man. I don't know if you know Tim, but Tim has 4 daughters, and it definitely has helped, because having a bunch of dudes that don't like to be told what to do is probably pretty hard too. So, you know, he's very patient, he's very consistent, so it's nice to, like, don't have to come into work and think, you know, Tim's not having like a, you know, he's not having a bad day. So, like, it's not like he's gonna take it out on us. So, like, he's always consistent, like the same guy day in and day out. And he's the Energizer Bunny. Like, he doesn't stop, like, literally. Like, he stays up till 2 o'clock in the morning and he's still working. I don't understand it, but no, Tim's great. We like working for him. Advice? Make sure you really want to do it. Don't just do it because it sounds cool. Make sure you have, like, the conviction too, because it can be a draining career. But I mean, if you know you want to do it, you know you're called to do it, because I believe it's a calling. I don't know if you can just willy-nilly this career, because it takes a toll on everyone that's around you as well, and in good and bad ways. But
What's the toll? What's the price you're talking about?
just time with family. I mean, you work with your schedules. Like, when you're a cop, I got ordered in all the time when I was brand new, dude. It was just miserable. But thankfully I didn't have kids then, so I was in a different stage of my life. I couldn't imagine that with kids. I could not even imagine it. So I just, you know, and some people don't, like, fully understand that before they sign up. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially their wives or significant others. I don't think that they fully understand that. Like, oh, hey, I'm gonna do this. Sounds like, you know, it's gonna be like a Monday 9-to-5 job. It's nothing like that. Like, it's not even close to that. But I love it. Like, I'd almost feel weird having a 9-to-5 job at this point, because I love I love having weekdays off. But I don't know if that was, like, good advice, but.
Didn't realize this was a chicken mansion.
No. Not really.
So 4 strict off, following all 4 plus. Strict off, following squad 6 and engine 7.
There's nothing to put out right now.
We also have a repeated call. And I don't know if this guy's just messing with us or not, but every time we go to this, you know, senior living facility, he answers the door butt naked. and it's usually like one of hits his medic alert button, and it sends an alert, and then fire and EMS both get dispatched. We knock on his door and he just answers it butt naked. And I think he's just messing with us. The first like 6 times, I was like, okay, maybe this is accidental. The next 9, okay, he's screwing with us.
Maybe he's really proud of himself, you know.
He's winning because we're still gonna show up. What I like about being in the firehouse versus being on the police side, you know, on the police side, you typically, every call is different, but you're either dealing with a victim, witness, or a suspect. You show up and sometimes people don't get their way, and then they express that anger towards you. The fire side, somebody's house can be on fire. They're having the absolute worst day of their life. We're gonna kick in their front door, spray water on everything, you know, grab the cat, and as long as we save the cat or their dog, we will get hugged and fist bumped. People love us. So, I've had people, we're cutting a hole in their roof, and they're like cheering us on. They're like, hey, don't fall, man. I'm like, huh, don't want to. It's not on my agenda tonight. I'm old, I'm gonna break a hip.
All right, so you're gonna start, the squad will be next to 17. When you're ready, you'll just go, I'll start the time. You're gonna skip the serpentine here, you're gonna go straight to the diminishing clearance. The left-hand side is what is straight and doesn't vary. The right-hand side is what comes in on you, so you wanna make sure your left-hand driver's side tires are real close. When you back out, just back up this side of the dumpster, you'll go around the tower, and then you have the lane change, so you'll enter the box, make a lane change to the right, and then after you exit that, you can either pull up kind of where the squad is now or pull up towards building 5, and then you're gonna back into the alley dock. Just use your backup camera, pull into here, do your 3-point turnaround. It has to be a 3-point turnaround. If you do a 5-point, you're gonna redo the whole thing, all right?
Do the whole thing?
Yeah. Your bumper, your front and rear bumper can come over these cones. You just can't strike the cones like with your tires and stuff. Does that make sense? So you'll come out and then you'll come around here to the serpentine, which will be the final thing. You'll start on the right-hand side of this first cone. You'll go forwards through it. You'll end up on the left-hand side of the last cone. You'll just stop, go into reverse, and you'll reverse the same way through and end up right where you're at. Any questions?
Do we need to vent the peak? You want us to vent the peak or no? Not yet.
Today's training, we were focusing on certain techniques that allow us to take people under control or into custody without injuring them, and hopefully no injuring the officers as well. So that was the focus on today, is assisting and controlling a combative person and building the game up for the engine operators and those running on rescues so that they can work tandem with our police officers as well. So if they're out on the road, they can be of some help, and they can actually know the game plan of how we want to take people into custody now in a much more controlled method than we would have maybe many years ago. This particular shift has asked for 2 times a year, so we're doing that with them. But we also, the defensive tactics instructors, including myself, will drop almost anything to go get on the mat and train. Anytime someone wants to, we'll make time. We have plenty of places to do that. Thanks to Western at Lawson, we have mat space now at HQ. We have mats here that we'll put right on the apparatus floor and train that way as well. So There's a lot of highly skilled guys that love to take a minute to spend some time training in this way. Today I had Eric Schaefer, no relation, but we are brothers in a different way. But he's someone I partner up with Mike Hogan. I partner up with Dave Kubaki as well. We've all had the same training, and we all come from schools that are local that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. So we're always on the same page when we're trying to teach a package for the day. So as we're starting to put stuff together, even though terminology might be a little bit different, we all do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and we're pretty familiar with the terminology. Learning the principles and the rules of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu have proven over the years to be just the most effective art for police officers. If you're taking someone into custody that does not know those rules and principles, it should not be that difficult of a task for 2 officers to take someone in custody. I'm believing that it's going to be a lot less injuries, a lot less problems, a lot less complaints as the public sees how we take people into custody compared to the way we might have in the early 2000s or the late 90s.
I'm Ryan Rohde. I am an officer here at Kalamazoo Public Safety. Official title is Equipment Operator Technician, currently assigned to Station 6, where we run Squad 6, Truck 6, and Rescue 6. Because majority of my career, the first 9 years at the department was primarily law enforcement related, the traffic position, SWAT. I was fortunate to have been on technical rescue, but as just a public safety officer assigned to the team, still doing my patrol function. So it was a little different, had to completely change my mindset more to the fire side of things. Prior to that, I had never been a relief driver or trained to operate the pumps with the engines or drive any of the apparatus. So it was just a complete 180 as far as my mindset getting ready for the assessment. It's nice, you do work less days per month. So there's actually like less business days, like full days where you're at work, or you get more days at home. As long as your family is okay with you being gone at night. Fortunately, I have small children, so really I only miss, a little bit of dinner time and the bedtime routine, 9 days a month. But they always know that I'm home the next morning. I'm usually there before they even wake up. So it's good. It's definitely a transition going from Monday through Thursday to 24-hour schedules. The sleep's not great here, but
Squad gets hit a lot.
Squad, Rescue 6 does get busy. Students are back at school up at Western, so we're a little bit busier than we are during the summer. But yeah, at any point you could take a call, and like my last shift we took a lot, didn't get any sleep, never went to bed. So the spot on the crew I'm filling in for, or the spot that I replaced, they'd been a crew for a few years together, so I was a little nervous trying to fill someone's shoes, but they welcomed me in with open arms, and it's been, from day one, it's been great. So.
So originally I got a phone call from Mike Marshall. He's my engine operator on Engine 3. He had been dispatched out originally with the PSO for that rescue. And he said, hey boss, we're looking at this. We need some extra equipment for this. So had them towing the squad. I went out in an SUV ahead of the squad to kind of get eyes on it. They rolled up shortly after me. And what we had is a 3-year-old girl who, just riding her new bike, slipped her leg between the pedal arm and the frame and got stuck. And couldn't slide it out, couldn't slide it back. It was just stuck. And of course, being a 3-year-old, not very happy with the situation. Mom was doing great trying to keep her calm. Medics were on scene already trying to calm her. We had to figure out how to best try to extract her leg from the bike. So going from least intrusive to most intrusive. Grab a tool, try to undo the socket or the nut holding the arm on. Wouldn't budge without hurting the girl. Tried pulling the pedal away from the bike with a couple ratchet straps and using anchors, and we're going, and all of a sudden an anchor started to creak and make more noise than I wanted to. So we stopped that one. Dremel tool, started making some cuts onto the frame and realized the frame wasn't bending enough for what we could do. So, and ultimately used our new Holmatro spreader tool, battery powered spreaders. And we were able to get over the top and pinch it together. Once that frame was moved away from the girl's leg, she was able to get out easily. So it again, going from lightest to hardest to try to make it work, having the tools available, and then working together with the medics on scene to make it happen. Kind of a cool thing is that later that night, Ryan thought, oh, it'd be great if we could get that girl a bike. And then it happened that the captain of operations saw the daily activity report commendation I gave to guys for their work. Said it'd be great to get that girl a bike. Reached out to our community policing, and they thought, hey, that'd be great to get that girl a bike, and had funds left over from donations, and were able to get out yesterday, buy her a bike, and this afternoon we're going to stop by and drop it off. She's actually not from Kalamazoo. She's heading back to Indiana. So it's fun that we get to leave her with a parting gift from being in Kalamazoo and a good experience.
You can grow into it. And then we did have training wheels that we found. Awesome. And a helmet.
That's a
Oh my gosh.
That is amazing. You're a unicorn.
So
Prettiest unicorn out here.
We won't have to do this again.
All right, Yuri. Stickers on. That's as low as they can
It's great to see the results of the actions, right? On scene right there, yeah, we made the save, but it's just rewarding to see them after the incident. Once somebody heals, to see them up and moving and knowing that, hey, they're able to have a normal life. Girl, it was a small thing that she just got stuck, but to be able to do something nice for her, that she doesn't have this bad memory of, oh, the firefighters came and wrecked my bike. Not remembering that she was stuck in it, but to say, oh yeah, hey, this happened, but they were so nice to bring something new that I could use again. And that makes it fun for us. Just the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the experiences, the opportunities that come up are second to none. Where if I worked in an office, then I wouldn't be able to accomplish this. I had a friend of mine talking to me, and she said, hey, my husband does this, and you guys can do this, and how about, I'm like, no, I can't see myself doing anything else, because that's the type of person I am, to serve and to help and to teach. And that's in my position now, that I'm clicking all the boxes, right? And I'm able to do that.